Well, hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Monday, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope by bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. And yeah, I'm in a slightly different studio. For those of you watching in the 360, you might be able to see Chris Lynch through the window there. He's just gone into the big studio today. I don't know who he thinks he is, coming up here from Christchurch and taking over studios. Anyway, hey Mario, welcome, Mexico. Anyway, I've got a major Olympic disappointment for you this morning. I mean, I suppose it's good that we won a silver medal. Medal in the trap shooting. What disappointed me is when I heard that it was a New Zealander versus an Australian in the final. I assumed that they would be shooting at each other, and that wasn't the case. They were shooting in the same. They're both shooting in the same direction. So, yeah, that was disappointing. I would have backed us in that one. I think that's not trap shooting. That's dueling, isn't it? I've got those two confused. So good that. Well, not good that we came second. Are we happy with second? I suppose we are. We weren't expecting anything, so that's good. It's just always annoying losing to an Australian, isn't it? We're going to stay at the Olympics for a little bit because I think you're wondering. So it's been one of the goriest Olympics we've seen so far, hasn't it? We had the opening ceremony. We had people coming out of the stadium having to walk past a dead body in the street, which nobody really raised. Certainly, none of the locals really raised an eyebrow about, because apparently that's just what happens in Rio. So that was unusual. And then, of course, that happened. We all can't stop looking at that picture, that footage of that guy's leg being the wrong way around. That poor French gymnast. But where's the follow-up? Like, what happens after this? What happens? I mean, yes, we see that, but what's happened to him now? Well, I don't know if you've heard, but this is him being loaded into the ambulance, and then they dropped him as they loaded him into the ambulance. So yeah, he was having a bad day. That guy, he's a bad day. We just this morning in the women's road race, the woman who was winning, that's her there. Clipping the curb and going head first off, and then she just dropped, and she didn't move, because I mean they were going down a road at pace on the bike, and they kept coming back and showing her, and she still hadn't moved. I'm assuming she's moved now. The trouble is, like I was saying before, in Rio, if you are lying motionless in the gutter, I think people just don't see that. In Rio, and the rubbish trucks just come around, and then you're never seen again. So I'm still waiting for an update on what's happened to her. Then we had the Serbian rowers, of course, who capsized yesterday, and they went into the questionable waters of the rowing venue. I'm not sure whether that was the one that had reported to have the waste from the hospital being let out into the water there. So I've got a picture of one of the Serbian rowers now. To see how he's getting on after ingesting quite a lot of that water there. So, I mean, he's upright, but I don't know if he's a picture of health. I don't think he'll make that repechage somehow. Anyway, unless these grow into extra arms, and then maybe he can go into the fours instead of the single sculls by himself. Who knows? Finally, from the "Do not go in there" file. And that's a quote from Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. If you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm about to talk about, perhaps. A 27-year-old German man is the chief suspect in a deadly wildfire in the Canary Islands. He was a forestry worker, and he died while helping fight the fire, which broke out on Wednesday. By Saturday, it had scorched nearly 1,620 hectares of pine forest. 2,500 people evacuated. Fire's still going. It's not out yet. Anyway. Oh, sorry. No, he's not a forestry worker. I've just misread that. The forestry worker died fighting the fire. The man who started it, he's still alive. He's being held in prison. How did he start it? He set fire to his soiled toilet paper. Yeah. Maybe he should... lay off the beans? Be my advice? That's... Whew. Anyway... I'm glennzb. That was the rather disturbing glennzb TV for Monday. Thank you so much for having me up your Periscope. See you back here again tomorrow.